Good morning, everybody. This is Sveta from Home Staging Step by Step. I guess you've seen me over the last few days and over the last few weeks. And this week is very special because it is our Home Value Multiplier Challenge Week. And for all of you who signed up specifically for the challenge, or maybe you're already in my group and you're just doing the challenge, or maybe you're just looking at some videos here and there. But what I want you to know is that we had an amazing 3 days where the goal of the challenge was for you guys, whoever actually worked through the program, to assess your own situation and to see what the strengths of your house are and what the weaknesses are and what you need to do now, and hopefully start building your action plan so you can move forward. And I really don't want you to get overwhelmed. So I'm offering the Home Staging Academy, which is a group coaching implementation program. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But I have a very special guest for you today, and I hope you guys are going to be coming on soon. And I don't want to start but I'm going to slowly start. Oh, I see somebody has just appeared. So whoever is watching, if you can give us a little sign of life, and you can let us know who you are, where you're watching from. And it does not appear on my feed, unfortunately, with StreamYard, but I'll try to go into my group and see if you guys are here. So as you're coming on, just let us know that you are here, you're watching. So Virginia and I know that you are with us, and we're not talking just to the wall or to ourselves, okay? Mm-hmm. But if you're gonna be watching the replay, that's okay as well. I know a lot of people watch the replays. And then if you could just put the hashtag replay in the comments, so I know that you're watching. And by the way, if you have any types of questions for today's interview, please let us know. Sorry, I'm just looking through to try to find my live, which is it is appearing. I just found it now. Okay, so who is here with us? Let us know and put your name in the comments so I know that you're here. I see Sandra. Sandra was here earlier and she said, tiring this house selling, isn't it? Yeah, it could be a little bit of a process, and it is a little annoying when we're selling a house and it's not selling as fast as we want it to, and especially, for people who have young children, but that's why we want to do it as fast as possible. So without further ado, what I wanted to do today, I wanted you to hear from one of my clients. And I will be asking her a few questions about how we met and what we did together and what is still to do for her and how she feels about the whole process. And please be welcome. You can ask Virginia questions as well just by typing them in the chat. So I see people are coming on. Hello, good morning, everybody. And if you would give me your name, I think Diana is here with us. Hi, Diana. So Diana is from Canada. I know that. Good morning. So, okay, so let's start. So Virginia Bailey is from Minnesota. And the first thing she actually, she told me when I asked her where she was from, she told me she was from the town where Prince lived, and I still cannot pronounce the name of the town. So what is it, Virginia?
Chanhassen, Minnesota.
And I checked, I see Lynn is from South Africa. She's with us. Good morning, Lynn. Chanhassen, Minnesota, it's close to Minneapolis, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so is it considered to be a suburb of Minneapolis?
Yes, it's a suburb of Minneapolis. It's about 20 minutes away from Minneapolis.
Okay.
Pretty big city. Actually, it's one of the best cities in Minnesota to live in.
When I was checking out your town, I actually Googled it because I was curious, and it did say that it was one of the best places in Minnesota to live, and it said it was quite a very nice kind of affluent community as well.
Yes, it is.
So, okay, so first thing, we were just talking about it before we got on the broadcast. I was trying to remember, Virginia, I was actually asking you, how did you even come across my Facebook group? How did we meet? What were you looking for? How did you end up with me?
I was looking to get my house ready. My sister has a friend who may be interested in our house. This is everything that she's looking for. And so I thought, oh, I've got to get my house ready to show. So I looked up a Facebook group about staging, and that's how I found you. And I don't know, you were active, and so I answered you on something, and then you reached out to me, and that's how it started. I answered. And
okay, that's perfect. So this is what happens because I'm online. I still have few like real life clients, but most people, they somehow either through Facebook ads or they're specifically looking. And I'm glad you said that, because some people are ready. Okay, those are the best, my best family, my best friends, and people who know that they are looking to improve on their situation. They want to stage their house, but they don't necessarily know how to go about it, where to start, what to do. So they find me, they come into the group, and I try to reach to everybody, to every new person who comes in, because I'm genuinely interested in who you are, where you live, what your situation is, and how I can be of help, so I can better serve everybody with whatever individual needs they have.
I think that was really great too, because I join a lot of groups, and usually people never reach out like you did.
I know. And I must say that I'm still learning. This is outside of the context of this particular interview, but I am in a business coaching program.
Okay.
Which I signed up for, which is helping me to develop my business. And I love the way my coach does things, and she's extremely successful. And one of her methods, which she's really teaching us is, and I think she's absolutely right, and that's why I joined that program, is the human connection. Mm-hmm. Because online, I used to have a business where I knew every client. Like I have 2 clients right now that I'm working with. I mean, I see them, I talk to them, I go to their houses, but online, it really changes the dynamic. And also people have a hard time relating to somebody who is online. So just by being able to show them that I'm a real person, and to show them that I am watching out for their interests, and I genuinely want to help, and you know that, right? I
think it's really great, and it shows.
Yes, thank you. So I think that what helps me get clients is because I'm there to establish a connection with each person who wants that connection, of course. Yeah. Okay, so we know that you were thinking you already have a potential client, potential buyer for your house, which is amazing. So that person is supposed to come in about 2 to 3 weeks from what I understand.
I think next Tuesday, actually. So I have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes. Okay. So just in time. So How long have you lived in your current house? Let's start at the beginning.
24 years.
I'm sorry?
24 years.
Whoa, that's a long time. And that's your family home. That's where you raised your family and your kids, and you have a huge pool in the back. I've seen it, everything online. Okay. So what made you decide to put your house on the market at this point?
Well, we've been thinking about it for many years. We tried like 5 years ago to put it on the market, and it just didn't work out. We took it off for some reason. And right now, houses are selling really good for us, or for our area. And usually you get offers, multiple offers, and even above the asking price. And our realtor told us that right now, homes like ours with a pool and a hot tub and a big yard, that's what people are looking for with COVID, because they want the retreat in their backyard. We enjoyed our backyard for so many years with our young kids. Raising a family in this house has been really great. And I think that it's just time for a young family to move in here and enjoy all the amenities. And we don't even use our pool anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, things change, but I know we've talked, you and I, privately about this, that it's, the emotions are still there. And I know it's not an easy thing to do. You are downsizing. Yeah. And I went through it. I told you, and actually there's a lot of people in this group. And if anybody of you are watching right now, just put it in the comment, #downsizing, because there's a lot of people in here who are in that position where our life has changed. Our circumstances have changed. Maybe we don't need a big house anymore, or we want to get rid of our mortgage, which was my case and which is your case from what I understand. Yeah, so, but you have to look for positive. There's somebody in our group, I'm talking to her, and she's just starting the process of decluttering, and she's having a hard time emotionally. So, I always try to focus and on the positive. And speaking of decluttering, again, it's kind of outside the scope of this interview, but I've been listening to all of you guys, and I know that a lot of you kind of see the first step as needing to declutter, and I think that was one of your things that we'll look at as well. We'll get into the details just in a moment, but I am working with a collaborator, a friend of mine, Melinda Weiland. She's a professional organizer, and we're working on offering a workshop, which is presently scheduled for September 15th. It's going to be announced officially in the group next week. Okay. And she will be giving an hour and a half master class specifically on the basics of decluttering to help people move forward. But going back to you, so you were ready to sell your house. You've been thinking about it for a long time. You knew that you kind of wanted some help about staging. What is it exactly that you were looking for? Like, why did you feel that you needed help staging?
Well, I just wanted my room layouts to be correct. I knew that I needed to stage my pool area. I wanted the curb appeal on my house to be enticing. And I mean, downstairs is where I work. So
yeah, I want to touch on that. Can we just say, so one of the things that's particular in your situation, which I realized only afterwards, is that Virginia actually has two businesses, not one, two businesses running from her house. And if you want to share with us, then people will understand better what the challenge is.
Okay, well, so I run a pet care business in my home where I do dog daycare and dog boarding. So I can have 5 dogs here at a time, 5 to 6, if I'm being honest. But since COVID happened, everything has just stopped because people aren't traveling. So I really haven't been working a whole lot, but I have my family room, which is what I use for my dog business. And then downstairs, I have a eBay business. I've been selling online for over 12 years, and you end up getting a lot of stuff. I have people that will just give me their stuff. So it's like I go and pick it up and I don't have to pay for it, which is great. But then I have to go through all that stuff, find out what's worth selling, and then I will sell it on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, things like that.
You're a very patient person. I would never ever have patience to do that, but it's pretty amazing that you're doing.
Well, last summer, this customer of mine, she gave me a Viking stove, a Sub-Zero refrigerator, 3 rugs, a farmhouse sink. I had to get a moving truck to go and pick up all the stuff. I had to get a storage locker to put all the stuff in, but I made over $8,000 just in a month because of that. So
crazy. And she didn't want to take the time to sell it herself.
Nah, she's getting a new stove. Are you kidding? These guys are really, really wealthy people. So yeah.
How do they know about you?
My husband, because we own a vacuum store. Michael talks to people all day long. He tells them that Virginia does this flipping, and they're like, does she want this? I mean, yesterday I went to a client's house to pick up some stuff, and she had all this furniture, but I was not in the right place right now in my life to take all that on. I didn't want to get a storage unit, so I said no to that, which was hard. But
okay, we need to focus you. You need to focus on selling your house right now. So that's a priority. You only have couple of weeks or even less, to get it ready.
You should be really proud of me that I said no. Because that's a hard thing for me.
Yeah. So the challenge for you guys who are watching is that not only Virginia has dogs in the house, but that can be controlled. Obviously, if you're selling the house and you know that you're going to have visits, you can make sure that you don't really have other people's dogs in your house. But also she had some stuff and quite a bit of stuff downstairs in her basement, which she uses for her reselling business. And I think you were kind of concerned that how to present that area in a way that would still, allow you to keep some of your things there because you need to store them somewhere, but at the same time that the house, that room looks decent. So, right. We kind of covered this, but I just want to make sure that we're on the same page length. which areas of your house did you feel needed the most work?
I knew my family room, my dog room. I always feel like, and even now after your tips, I still feel like I need to go in there and get rid of more stuff. Though I've already got rid of a bunch of stuff, but I feel like I have to go in there and clean it out even more.
Okay.
So my family room was a big room, and you gave me good tips on furniture arrangements and what to do. And
yeah, repositioning.
Fireplace.
So just to let people know, the work that we did with Virginia about maybe about a week ago or so, we actually chose, because she was already quite advanced, and the time we had time pressure because she has a particular person who is ready to come and visit the house. So we actually opted for a one-on-one online consultation, and we did a walkthrough online for virtual walkthrough. So she showed me every room of her house. We started at the beginning at the front door. So it's pretty much the same as I was physically in the house today with the technology. I think it worked out quite well. We didn't have any technical.
It was great. You know, one of the things that really stood out to me that you said that you wouldn't even look at a house that was dark. And, you know, it's another dark day in Minnesota. My house is kind of dark. Even behind me, you can see that it's not the lightest house. So I'm thinking about that all the time, how I can, you know, open up my blinds. I never have my blinds open. I don't like them.
Well, yeah, I noticed that you had them open. So listen, the trick for lightening up the house, it is what it is, right? This is your house, and that's not something that you can change.
Right.
But things that you can do is definitely open all the blinds, all the shades, all the curtains, whatever you have, at least for visits, for when people come. And the other way is just making sure that you have enough light sources in the room. Okay. So if you feel that it's a little dark, like that corner behind you right now, you know, it's a little dark, you can just add a lamp. You can always put either a table lamp or a stand-up lamp. Make sure that it doesn't have dark shade on it, because if you have a dark shade, the light doesn't diffuse properly. And, you know, today you can go even to Walmart or Target or IKEA and pick up a lamp inexpensively, and that really changes. So as long as you have, I would say, minimum of 3 light sources per room, that's like a general rule, which is good for you to have. So that's another tip for you. Okay, we also know that downstairs needed work. That's where we spent some time. Now, what I wanted you to talk about is, how did you, what surprised you in our consultation, or what did you discover, or what was like the most valuable things in what we did?
I discovered that it's not going to be as hard as I had thought it was going to be, that I'm better off than I thought. So that was really good. Now I feel like I have a list of things that I can do that aren't that hard. You didn't give me really hard things like, oh, Virginia, you have to paint all of your cabinets. That's not going to work. You didn't do that. And thank God, because I would have probably just said, goodbye. I'm not doing all that.
I'm going to tell you to paint your deck, right, outside, but you already knew that it needed to be painted.
Yeah, you did tell me that. I kind of knew that.
I try to be realistic, and I try to be respectful of people's abilities, time, and budget. So painting kitchen cabinets, I know it's a very big job, and it's not probably, not something that I would like to do. So if it's possible to avoid it, we focus on the things that are really priorities. So keep going.
I wish that I would have contacted you a month prior, because I wasted a lot of money fixing up my yard, which I shouldn't have done, because what it did was kind of create a problem in my yard, because now I have no grass growing, or it is growing, but it's patchy. And I think trimming the trees and all that stuff, I could have probably done I could have saved some money and maybe put a little bit of money into things that really needed to update. Yeah. I don't know. Like having my desk done professionally.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up, because that's something that I always tell people, and you're not the only one. I'm glad I didn't want to mention it, but you mentioned it. And on my last Home Sale Profit Academy, which I run in July, I have exactly the same situation where there is a couple of ladies there, and they said exactly the same thing. They said, oh my God, I wish I would have met you a couple of months before, because they ended up spending money like painting an unfinished basement, which was really not something that was needed. And spending money like, in other places where, like, one agent, for example, told one of my clients that she needed to replace her whole kitchen. And if she didn't change all of her kitchen cabinets, like that, it was not even worth it. And I saw her kitchen cabinets online. And honestly, you cannot ask somebody to spend $10,000 or $15,000 to replace the kitchen for sale, because people don't necessarily have that kind of budget, and B, you chances are you probably will not recoup that money at the sale. The kitchens are not necessarily 100% return on investment. So instead, me and her, we're going to work on something that can be cosmetic. So maybe changing the kitchen counter, maybe just adding some backsplash, or changing the handles, the cabinet handles, and that will enhance the look without spending too much money. So I'm always very conscious of, the factors that affect your house with your life, and making sure that it fits your budget in your time frame. So what else did you enjoy from our experience?
Let's see. Well, you also would give me, like, I felt like my living room was pretty good, but you gave me just a few little things that I could do, like adding the green, bluish pillows to add some color to my house. I do like neutrals, and maybe my house did need a pop of color. I guess it did, because it looks really nice. And then, adding plants, which was good, giving it some life. And let's see, my kitchen was pretty good. Too many rugs, so I got rid of some rugs.
Virginia, also, you need to know that Virginia surprised me. She's an artist. Among all of her other talents, she's also an artist. And I noticed she has a lot of very beautiful artwork. And I asked her, I said, oh, this is really nice. And then she said, well, I actually painted it. So that is really nice to see, because it's kind of joyful. A lot of that artwork is nice, bright colors, and it's joyful. And we were able to reposition some of her artwork in different places of the house where it would be more showcased better. But most people, most of my clients, is kind of the opposite. They don't necessarily have anything to work with. And I always have to tell them that they have to go and maybe, invest in buying some artwork to decorate with. But you already had everything. You also had accessories quite a bit. So we were just able to kind of rearrange certain things around your house. And then I gave you a list of certain to-dos. And how do you feel about that list?
I can handle the list, which is really good. My biggest things are just getting through all my clutter and getting that out. And then I really think that I'm going to have a good grip on this. I still got to go outside, and you had told me I got to polish up everything on my front, my lights and all that. Make sure my mailbox is good. So I got to go do all that yet. I got a lot to do here in a week.
Not too bad. Not too bad. One thing at a time, every day. Listen, make a list for to-dos. That's what I do for my business or for my life, right? In the morning, I make a to-do list. And then it's satisfactory ticking them off. Yeah. Women, we always do that. We tick things off the list. So, so what do you like? Do you feel that this experience was really worthwhile, and do you recommend it to other people? Like, what are your final thoughts on getting a professional opinion and professional help to get your house staged?
I would say do it. Absolutely do it. It was affordable, and it was well worth everything. I feel like it was a great value. I feel like I got lucky. I got in on the deals before the deals went up. I feel like I got in the beginning, because I have looked at other things over the years, and they're more money. And I told Michael, my husband, I said, honey, when we do move into our new house, we're calling Savetta, and she's going to do a walkthrough so that she can help me place my furniture and my art where it's going to look the best, because I like living in a home that feels like a model home. I really do like that. I am a minimalist, even though I have this business of mine. I really do like things clean and organized, and less is better in my book. So
yeah, I agree. I totally agree, because that's how I also downsize, and that's also how I live. I don't like when things are around. So I really, 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 really appreciate you coming on and agreeing to this interview.
Well,
And you were what?
It was really fun.
Yeah, you're really blessing. And listen, whatever you do, I can't wait. I know we were hoping to get some before and after pictures, but we didn't get there yet. And somebody just said that they are downsizing. Well, Lynn is downsizing in South Africa. But make me promise, if you're okay with that when things are done and you feel ready, that you will send me or post a couple of pictures in the group.
I sure will.
Yeah, just to show us the final results, because I can't wait. I know you're going to do a great job. And I'm really hoping that this person who is going to come in a week, it is going to make you, a really, really good offer. But even if it doesn't happen, your house is going to be spectacular, and for sure it's going to sell very quickly. So before you guys, before I say goodbye, I just want to reiterate that the doors are open to the Home Sale Profit Maximizer Academy. It's a group coaching program. It's the best of the best. It's very focused on personal support, very focused on implementation, and it includes daily trainings next week. It starts next Monday till next Friday, but you can take the trainings as we go live, or you can watch the recordings, and the recordings are going to be available for up to 12 months. So you can go slow or fast depending on your personal situation. It also gives access to me personally for 12 months. You'll never be alone. You'll never be overwhelmed, and I'll support you fully. And one of the best things is the part that Virginia and I did together, which is really one-on-one coaching. Everybody in the program gets an hour included with the program, and you get all the bonuses. We have workshops to determine your budget. We also have a self-paced course, which yesterday Vicky won access to. So she's doing the course, and that course is very comprehensive. So I would say if you're like 3 to 6 months away from selling your house, that's something that will really, really be helpful to you. You can always go back. It's got guides and worksheets and cheat sheets. But to me, like the big advantage of you working with me in this academy, it's really access to me and my personal support and my dedication and my loyalty to each one of the people who come into the group. The other thing I wanted to say, that for Canadians specifically, I know it might sound not fair, but we have a super high exchange rate with the US dollar right now, and I charge everything in US dollars because it's a standard, because I have clients from everywhere. So I have a very special deal for Canadians for this month only. I'm trying it. I've never done this before. I might not do it again, but I'm giving $100 US off coupon for Canadians. So just ask for it, and basically your program becomes ridiculously cheap, right? It's already too cheap, right, Virginia?
It's a good deal. It's a real good deal.
So great testimony, Virginia. Good luck with your house sale. You guys, before we go, because Virginia is so nice, do you have any specific questions that you want to type in? I can see your comments. So if there's anything specific, and Deborah, I will get back to you. I know you wrote me a lot of stuff last night, and I will get back to you and we'll talk on DM. But before we go, I see there's several people on. Does anybody have any more questions for Virginia, or we're just going to wish her a big success? And we can't wait to see your pictures, okay? So I'm going to be waiting for those pictures.
All right. Well, I think this weekend we're going to paint the deck, so I'll try to get a picture of that. I'll do it before and after.
Yeah, and remove the extra chairs from the pool, right?
Yes, and from my kitchen. Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. So we're going to say goodbye now, and have a great day.
All right, you too. Thank you. Bye.